guys, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shadows. And as always, guys, if you're enjoying the series, it'd be fantastic if we could get it to 150 likes on this episode. That would be just marvellous. Right, don't really sure. We'll just do a question of the day. Why the hell not? Let's see. How did you promote your channel? This is an interesting one. I do get asked this quite a bit by people trying to start channels, and frankly, that's a good thing. I'd love to see more channels being done. Basically, I didn't really. I don't really see the point. Like, okay, yeah, you could spam your links all over other people's channels, but is that really is that really how you want to go about it? Like, there's other ways to promote yourself, of course there are, but just try to interact with the community. There's quite a big FM community. Just interact with it in general on Twitter or on Facebook or in any way you can. Just get your head down and start making videos, really. That's what I did. I just started making them, and I didn't expect anyone to watch them, but people did watch them. And the fact is, people will watch your videos, because the point is, that's what YouTube is. There's no doubt someone out there will want to see what you've got to say, and the type of videos you want to make. So it's just a question of how many, and that's the thing for me. So just get your head down and start making videos, basically, is the best way to promote them as such, I guess. And, you know, sometimes YouTubers like Mick Jr., of course, Evolving Mick, sorry, I was using his Twitter name there, do showcases, and I believe Just Another Guy does showcases sometimes. It's one of those things, just keep an eye out for those sort of events as well. I might do one at some point, maybe towards the start of FM16, I don't know. But that's the best advice I can give in terms of promoting a channel. So there we go. If you've got any ideas for a question of the day, and yeah, drop them in the comments with the hashtag QOTD. Right, so this month, we've kind of had a bit of a mixed bag, as it kind of has been for quite some time, really, for us. So after the Saint-Etienne game, we had an absolute humdinger of a game against Monaco, which we were unable to come out of with any kind of real sort of heads held high type of spiel. You know, 2 goals for Aslan, fantastic. 1 goal for Cherry, but that 90th minute losing goal from Corentin Jean, it just... but they did have a player called Frogger, or Frogger, probably, but I still call him Frogger. It just, I don't know, we weren't good enough. We still scored 3 goals, but it just felt like we just weren't good. I felt like that goal was coming and there was nothing we could do about it, which was a real shame. As you can see, Aslan also picked up a knock, because we were decent for the first half of this game. We were 2-2 at one point, but it just kind of went to shit, basically, which was disappointing. Next up, though, we had a fucking 5-5 draw. I've never had it. Oh no, I have. I've had 1 5-5 draw, and you guys know exactly what game that was. I don't even know where to start with this one. We only had 9 shots on target in the entire match and managed to score 5 goals. Where was that in the previous game? Bargucci got 2, 1 for Pereira, 1 for Gape. All the midfielders contributing brilliantly, and 1 for Cherry, of course. Now, the thing is, that Segrist own goal, will we regret that? It's Toulouse, we've beaten them, we've scored 5 goals against them before. The difference is they didn't score 5-2. So again, a poorer result for it, really, and that's another 3 games there without a win as well. Thankfully, we did finally get a result, surprisingly, actually, away at Racing Club de Lens. No Mercier, Alberto Cherry and Quinton Pereira this time with the goals, sort of sandwiched by Roxroy Dorné Colleton. That is a beautiful name. Oh, I could not get over how fantastic that name is. Roxroy. You, sir, have the glorious middle name. Oh, it's a regen as well. I didn't notice that before. He looks quite decent as well. Hey, you never know. We have to come after him at some point. So there you go. A 3-2 win was fantastic. Next up, we had Tours in the Cup, and you'd expect us to win this game, and we did, frankly, very, very comfortably in the end. No real massive changes for this one. I decided not to go weekend squad just because I wanted to get through, because I feel like this might be our best chance of qualifying for Europe this year, because our league form has started to tail off a little bit. Oban, Bulan's goal in extra time, no doubt, and then 2 goals from Djorkaeff after that really sort of made this game look a lot more in our favour than it actually was, although, as you can see from the stats, they weren't that fantastic, and perhaps were lucky to take us 2 extra time in the first place. But still, apologies if the lighting's a bit funny, of course. It is dark as shit in here, and unfortunately I've not got a lighting set up yet, but I'm getting one sorted soon with a softboxes and stuff to try and make this a lot more illuminated and pretty looking, so there is also that. Finally, we had Evian away from home, and again, it's another point drops in the league, I felt, because they were struggling in this division. I think they were bottom of the league when we came into this game. We took the lead through Bargucci, they came back, they then went in front, and then Park Jae-won, my hero, playing up front for us in this game because of the injuries, managed to get us a 2-2 draw in the end. But again, I need to see better results than that in these types of games. This is how the league looks now. We're 8th place. We're still only 3 points outside the top 6, and we've got a game in hand, but it's that negative goal difference. We started this season so well, and it's just sort of faded away. Now, I am aware that we do need to get a backup tactic. I'm looking at different options, but I can't really do that until the summer comes around, because well, it's the summer, and you need to test the tactics properly. You can't just sort of throw them in the middle of the season and risk ruining everything. However, I am going to try something today that someone suggested, and that is going from a structured approach to a more fluid approach. Not very fluid, just fluid. And I want to see if that maybe makes this team evolve a little bit more. So that's the plan, basically. We're going to go with a fluid attacking approach. I haven't changed it before. I'm actually going to change it in this episode right now. So this is a bit of an experiment for all of us. But I feel that our best chance of getting Europe this year might well be through the Cup again, as we have done relatively well in it. As you can see, we've got ourselves into the semi-finals where we were playing Monaco away. So it's tough. It really is tough. But we've got to give it our shot. We beat Lyon in the semis last year, I think. So we've got it in us. We just need to. I might rest some players for the Angers game, basically, in order to get that result in the bag, so to speak, because we've got PSG in the next episode as our live comp. So let's take a look at the squad, why don't we? So as you can see, we've got injuries, which is not ideal. As for goals, Alberto Cherry. It's all about them goals. 29 this season in 38, really solid, lovely job. Bargugi, though, with the 13. Not bad as well, actually. He's sort of really taken that mantle up. And frankly, we've got 3 players that could get double figures on all stats, which would be fantastic. We had 2 last year, and if we can get 3 this year, that would be even bloody better. So all looking good on that one. As for assists, Pereira with the 11 just doesn't have quite as many goals in his game. Bargugi with 10, Park Jae-won with 10 as well, which is fantastic. Average rating is, well, Djorkaeff when he's played, but of course he hasn't. I brought him back from loan just to play that game because of the injuries we had. Then I forgot that we couldn't register him for the league, which is a little bit disappointing, but he did score us 2 goals and get an assist in that one game he has played. So was it worth it? I'd say so. Cherry's injury, though, as you can see, he's going to be a little while longer, but not stupidly long. It's going to be fine, I feel like. We're going to be okay. So that's good. Let's get into today's game. Why the hell not? Let's just jump straight in. It's Stade Caen. I don't know who... We're 8th in the league. We really have slipped off the pace a little bit, but they are below us in the league, and that's important, because I feel like that's going to give us a little bit more oomph. Then again, we had that against Saint Etienne, and look, they're still below us in the league. That didn't really allow them to kick on a great deal. Teams don't really... then again, Bordeaux kind of have kicked on since beating us, so it's perhaps not all that one way. Let's see. Right, we're going to change it to fluid now. And where are we? It'll be on team shape, won't it? So this may or may not work. I don't know. It's an experiment. It's taken down that familiarity a little bit. Presumably, yeah, the creative freedom side of things. But hopefully, if this goes well today, I'll keep it and we'll start to sort of move towards that. So Park Jae-won still starting up top because we don't really have many backup strikers, really. Pereira, Uchan, Gape, Mercier, Bulens, Wagner, Mbar, Urban, Cantini of all people, and Sigridis. Now, of course, that's because, Ruiz, Mvia, Bargugi, Collar, Aslan, Cherry, injured. We've got quite a few injuries, guys, so I think this could end up being the sort of problems towards the end of our season could come down to injuries as well. Particularly losing Cherry. I feel like that is going to be really difficult for us to get around because of that sort of... he's sort of the fulcrum at the front of our team, and without him, we really do struggle, I find. Again, one of those things, I don't know who that is. We could, and we will. Rodriguez. They've got a guy called Papa. What's his name? Marco Papa. Cool. Oh dear, they've gone with that. So they've got 2 defensive midfielders. Okay. We'll have to see, because I believe that... Was it Anderlecht? Played a similar type of system, but they was much more narrow. It was the Space Invader, I called it, I believe. Not ideal. We'll have to see if we can break them down. Hopefully the fluidity will help a little bit more. I'm hoping, anyway. I have no idea how well this is going to work. Wagner, he does need to step it up a little bit, but we'll see what he's got in the tank. Hopefully he'll get his first goal for us at some point soon. So we're still in the top 8, but top 6 gets European football. I feel that maybe we've got a chance of making the final, but remember, we'd only get European football if we were playing against the right team in the final. And I really do feel that we need to keep getting European football to sort of continue the kind of motions of this save. Now, I've had a couple of series ideas as well, not full series ideas, but in terms of little mini things I can do when I finish one of the 2 series I'm currently doing. One of them, sorry, I'm just going to talk about this over the top while we sort of do things. However, we might be looking like we're going to score. No, we're not. One of the ideas, like I've got them written down over here, is just the sort of thing where I can try out different tactics. And the only way I could think of doing that would basically be to have a save, basically, where it's, oh, hello, Park Jae-won's through on goal here, he's got to score. He does score. That is a beautiful finish from Park Jae-won, of all people, with his 8th goal of the season. Lovely stuff. Beautiful start, and we've got the lead after 12 minutes. Great stuff. But yeah, what it would be is a series where it wouldn't have like a set... It would run every week or so, basically, where someone gives me a tactic that they want to see me try. I would then have a save that is set up like at the very start of a season with one specific team, and I would try it, and I would do it with every tactic as the same team. I know there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that, but it's the only way I can think of. And bars through, and he scored at the right end, no less. amazing. Paris 2, Stade Caen 0, and that is the perfect start to this game. Maybe the fluidity is doing it for us, guys. I don't know. Or maybe it's just luck, but we've scored with 2 of our 3 shots so far. Uchan's ball in, and Bar brings it down with 1 foot and then in off the crossbar. He very nearly missed that, but he's put it in the back of the net. Paris 2, Stade Caen 0. Are we going to put a beating down on them? That would be glorious to see today. Maybe it is the fluidity that's doing it. Could this be the moment that we get our mojo back in the league? Baltuba, or am I speaking massively too soon? And there we go, good tackle from Mbar as well. Good lord, he's having a good game. Ball over the top, Park Jae-won is onto this like a shot. He's through on goal, and he's missed it. That is not really typical. I thought I was going to say Abraham and Bar, of course. I don't know, we're doing all right today, guys, I've got to say. I'm enjoying this so far. There's the injury. That's the one we were waiting for. Right, who have we even got on the bench? Right. It was going to have to be Luis, and then I'll move Uchan back into the sort of central midfield. Although Luis, look at that, he's got some real quality about him. Where is it frozen? There we go. God, look at that. He's nearly full circle already. He's only been with us for about not even that long. But yeah, the way this other series would work, basically, someone would suggest me a tactical, there's send me one that they want me to try. I would then try it with that team for like a 10-game spell, because I wouldn't want it to be too long, because it would take too long to do. We'd then do a show reviewing the tactic and showing you how well that team did with that tactic. It's just an idea. I'd call it something like tactics, I don't know. I have no idea what I'd call it. If you've got any ideas what I'd call it, let me know in the comments. So that's one idea I'd had. It's just, I don't know, something a little bit different, sort of the tactics lab maybe, I don't know. So there's that. Another idea I'd come up with is, bugger me, Gotta stop listening to Dante. God damn it, Dante. Why you do this to me? But 2-0 up at half time, we're doing fantastically here. The other idea I came up with is an idea called, well, I'm calling it Bottom Up Christmas, where basically I start a new save, I put on the top leagues and some of the lower leagues from those countries as well. And then I'll sim 10 years into the future. What I'll do then, and I'll sim to like Christmas Day, 10 years in the future. Then I will take over the bottom club in one of those countries or one of those leagues and see if I can save them, basically. And the great thing about doing 10 years in the future is it means it's going to be random teams, sort of. It means that the situation is going to be completely unique every time. And it'll be a cool little one to see what sort of situations. What a strike that is from Uchan. It's 3-0 Paris. We've been absolutely clinical with our finishing today. We've been very, very accurate with it. 8 shots, 7 of which have been on target. 3 clear cuts, 3 goals. We've just been perfect today. This is a fantastic performance, actually. Where was this a few games ago? I'm thinking the fluidity might be the key for us here. Cantini brings this ball in. Uchan with 1 touch. First time goal. So there we go. But yeah, that's another idea. Something I definitely might try, just to try a pilot episode of it or something at some point when I finish one of these series. Because of course, when I do finish one of these series, which obviously it seems like it's probably going to be the other one before this one, I will then do this one probably daily, basically. And then I'll run that as sometimes there'll be double uploads if I'm doing another video, basically. So that's how it would work, basically. Right, I'm thinking a substitution might be about right. I'm thinking maybe Herve Sadibi for a ban, because he's not had the best game and he is on a booking. And I might just leave it at that, to be honest, guys, because we're doing well in this game. We've not had lots of shots, but we've not needed them. It's been similar to the game against Marseille, except we've not conceded loads. And we look like we might actually get a clean sheet. Knock on wood. Here we go. I've knocked on wood and immediately they're going to go and score, aren't they? Pereira's got this, though, and he's got men up top, and unfortunately it's not Alberto Cherry up there. That's the problem. He's found Park Jae-won. He's in the box here, though. He's taking it around his man, puts it in for Dominic Gape, and that is beautiful football. What about that for counter-attacking football? Paris FC 4, Stade Caen 0, Dominic Gape with an absolutely lovely finish. Now, I know some of you are a bit outraged at me saying I might lose him, but the problem is, his contract is up at the end of this season. That's the reason. And he's on a decent wage at the moment. The problem is that he wants £26,000 a week to stay, and he's just not worth £26,000 a week to me. That's the problem, really. I'd like to keep him, but not for £26,000 a week, because at the moment he's only on like £4,000, isn't he? £5,000 a week. He wanted 26,000. That was the most I could negotiate him down to. And that for me is just not worth the hassle. That's not worth it from my point of view. So that's a good win for us. Uchan, fantastic. Man of the match, though, goes to Park Jae-won, playing up top for us. So that's without our first choice striker. Nicely done, guys. Brings us back up into 7th and right back into contention. So it's not all. It's not the end of the world, shall we say. So there we go. I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. That's sort of maybe get us back on the right track and get us some wins under our belt again and try and pull us back up the league. I don't quite know how far we're going to be able to get, but the point is we should be in with a fight. Next episode, of course, is going to be the PSG game. It's got to be. There's quite a few games in between, but I still feel like it's worth it to do the PSG game. because, of course, we've got to do better than the 6-0 defeat we had against them earlier in the season. There's too much red on this screen for my liking. I need more green. The first half of the season was much more green. So there we go. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do drop a big old like on the video. That would be fantastic. If we could get it to 150, that'd be even better. And if you've liked it even more than that and you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel for more Outcaster icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for crunch time against PSG. Hopefully we've got some more wins under our belt. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.